Let me ask you something important. Are you over 60 or younger or older, but already noticing changes in your health? Do you or someone you love struggle with high blood pressure, arthritis, brain fog, type 2 diabetes, stubborn weight gain, or vision issues related to aging? You're certainly not alone. A large proportion of adults worldwide live with one or more chronic conditions by their 60s, and many face two or more. But here's the hopeful part. Many of these conditions can be managed, sometimes even reversed, by choosing the right foods at the right times. One food that consistently shows promise is blueberries. Packed with powerful compounds, they are often called a superfood. But here's the surprising truth. Blueberries deliver their benefits only when paired properly. Combine them with the wrong foods and their potency fades, or worse, their benefits can be blocked entirely. That's the subject of our discussion today. Let's start with the science. Blueberries contain anthocyanins, plant pigments that give them their deep blue or purple color. These anthocyanin molecules are potent antioxidants and anti-inflammatory agents. When we eat anthocyanin-rich foods, our bodies use them to neutralize harmful free radicals, unstable molecules that damage our cells, accelerate aging, and promote inflammation. Free radicals damage cell membranes, DNA, and proteins, contributing to the aging process and age-related diseases like arthritis, heart disease, stroke, and cognitive decline. Anthocyanins also support circulation by improving blood vessel function, decreasing arterial stiffness, and helping regulate blood pressure. In large-scale observational studies conducted in countries across North America, Europe, and Asia, people who consumed berries, especially blueberries, showed significantly lower risks of heart attacks, type 2 diabetes, and cognitive decline. One notable study found that people who ate at least a cup of blueberries daily experienced up to 30% lower risk of heart attack and stroke. Others reported slower age-related decline in memory and thinking skills, including better performance on attention and working memory tests. Anthocyanins also help regulate blood sugar through multiple pathways. They can alter the function of carbohydrate-digesting enzymes and improve insulin sensitivity, helping reduce post-meal blood sugar spikes. They have also been linked to maintaining retinal health, which is valuable for preventing age-related macular degeneration and cataracts, two of the most common eye issues in older adults. All this is strong evidence that blueberries can be a cornerstone of a health-supporting diet. But as powerful as they are, their effectiveness depends on how and with what they're consumed. The first everyday food that can sabotage blueberry benefits is sugary cereals. These cereals are ubiquitous, marketed heavily, and available in grocery stores globally under different names. Even breakfast products labeled whole grain or high fiber frequently contain unhealthy levels of refined sugars like sucrose, fructose, or maltodextrin. When you combine blueberries with sugary cereal, your blood sugar rises rapidly. High blood glucose triggers a surge of insulin, which is necessary for controlling glucose, but also accelerates the absorption and elimination of antioxidants before they have time to work in your tissues. Studies show that antioxidants consumed alongside high-glycemic carbohydrates have significantly reduced bioavailability, meaning less of the beneficial compounds actually reach your cells. Clinical studies and post-meal glucose tests reinforce this point. One controlled trial measured antioxidant levels after meals containing berries with low glycemic versus high glycemic carbs. The high glycemic meal produced a much smaller increase in blood antioxidant levels compared to the low glycemic counterpart. A humorously telling case many dietitians share is of older adults switching from sugary cereal breakfasts to oatmeal and noticing that their post-breakfast blood tests improved dramatically and their mid-morning fatigue disappeared. One 67-year-old participant in a nutrition study replaced her cereal and blueberries with steel-cut oats, cinnamon, chia seeds, and fresh berries. Over a 6-week period, not only did her average blood sugar level drop, but she also reported reduced joint stiffness and sharpened concentration. That's because the slower-release carbohydrate gave her anthocyanins time to absorb and function rather than being outpaced by a sugar rush. Here's how to support blueberry benefits consistently. Pair them with low glycemic carbs like unsweetened oats, wild or brown rice, or plain whole grain toast. You'll experience a smoother energy release, less inflammation, and better brain performance. The second food conflict is dairy-based smoothies made with cow's milk or sweetened commercial yogurts. Dairy contains proteins, casein and whey, that have been shown to bind with polyphenols like anthocyanins. This binding action significantly reduces polyphenol absorption, meaning a large percentage of blueberry benefits simply aren't used by your body. Beyond the protein interaction, lactose intolerance increases with age worldwide. Studies show that more than 50% of people over 60 have reduced lactase activity, which can lead to bloating, gas, and inflammation. Those digestive issues create gut imbalances that further hinder nutrient absorption and may cause systemic inflammation. In global randomized trials, separate groups consumed berry smoothies made with cow's milk versus almond or oat milk. Consistently, the non-dairy groups showed higher post-meal antioxidant levels in blood samples, better digestive comfort, and reduced inflammatory markers. One small clinical test reported a 25% lower absorption of anthocyanins in the dairy group compared to the plant-based group. Another participant who regularly replaced her dairy smoothie with plant-based versions noted fewer digestive issues and more stable morning energy. How can you enjoy smoothies without losing benefits? Switch to unsweetened raw or fortified plant-based milks, almond, oat, coconut, or pea milk. If fermented dairy works for you, try unsweetened kefir or yogurt, but be careful to avoid added sugars and prevent nutrient interference. You can also add anti-inflammatory ingredients like turmeric, ginger, or cinnamon. This brings us to the third major food conflict: processed meats. These include bacon, sausages, deli turkey, ham, salami, foods filled with preservatives such as nitrates, high sodium, saturated fat, and AGEs, advanced glycation end products. These compounds promote systemic inflammation, oxidative stress, and digestive imbalance. Eating processed meats alongside blueberries is counterproductive. The oxidative stress from nitrates and AGEs can overwhelm or neutralize the antioxidants in blueberries. Moreover, processed meat intake is strongly associated with a shift in gut microbiota toward more pro-inflammatory species, reducing the body's efficiency in breaking down and absorbing polyphenols. Multiple studies on diet patterns show that diets high in antioxidants and plant foods support a healthier balance of gut bacteria, especially bifidobacteria and lactobacilli, while higher processed meat diets encourage growth of Pseudomonas and Enterobacter. These changes reduce antioxidant activity in your blood and increase systemic inflammation markers like CRRP and IL-6. Conversely, when people decrease processed meat intake and increase fibers, legumes, and berries in their meals, gut health improves, blood pressure drops, cognitive scores tend to stabilize, and energy increases. One powerful example involved a group of older adults who replaced processed meats in their lunch with plant-based options like chickpea salad. Along with blueberries, they observed improvements in inflammation markers within 8 weeks and reported fewer digestive complaints and more daytime vitality. This is all about nutrient synergy. Some foods support each other. Others create nutrient conflict, or worse, inflammation. Nuts and seeds provide healthy fats which help our bodies absorb fat-soluble vitamins and phytonutrients better. Fiber-rich foods support gut bacteria needed to activate polyphenols, with effect decades observed in cognitive aging studies. Let's summarize what to avoid: sugary or processed carbs at breakfast, dairy-based smoothies, and processed meats. Now, what could a day look like that optimizes blueberry power? Breakfast: a warm bowl of steel-cut oats prepared with water or unsweetened plant milk, topped with fresh or frozen blueberries, chia or flax seeds, and cinnamon. That meal provides slow-release carbs, stable energy, fiber, antioxidants, and inflammation control. Mid-morning, a handful of almonds, walnuts, or pumpkin seeds paired with fresh blueberries on the side. Perfect balance to keep energy steady. Lunch, leafy salad with kale or spinach, mixed beans or chickpeas, quinoa or brown rice, olive oil and lemon dressing, and fresh blueberries tossed in. Afternoon smoothie, unsweetened almond milk, frozen blueberries, spinach, a wedge of cucumber, a dash of turmeric, and perhaps a pinch of black pepper. No dairy, just full absorption of antioxidants, hydration, and gentle digestion. Dinner, grilled fish, tofu, or beans over roasted vegetables, and a small side bowl of fresh berries, lightly drizzled with olive oil or nuts. Snacks. Choose naturally crunchy whole foods, seeds, berries, raw vegetables, or olives anytime you feel a dip in energy or thirst. This daily approach is about balancing calories, enhancing antioxidants, preserving muscle, maintaining gut health, balancing blood pressure and sugar, and supporting clear-minded thinking, all through natural food synergy. All across the globe, these nutritional ideas hold up. From Asia to Africa, Latin America to Europe, the science is universal. Local meals can be adapted. Oatmeal becomes congee in Asia, millet salads in Africa, quinoa bowls in South America. The core ideas remain the same. We've covered a lot of ground. Let's recap one final time. Blueberries are powerful, but need context. Avoid pairing them with sugary cereal, dairy-based smoothies, and processed meats. Instead, use whole grains, plant-based beverages, nuts, seeds, legumes, and leafy greens to boost nutrient synergy. If this information has opened your eyes, or if you realize you've been unknowingly limiting your own health benefits, please subscribe for more weekly insights. Share this video with loved ones so they can avoid these same pitfalls. The right food habits can make a major difference, especially as we age. Your health, vitality, and independence matter. Real change isn't built with restrictions. It's built with smart, science-based choices every day. Fuel your body wisely, pair foods with purpose, and live well into old age. Thank you for listening. Stay informed. Stay vibrant. Stay curious.